This is a travel guide for Dublin. Travel guide for Dublin. How to sleep like a king, live like a king, and eat like a king in Dublin for free. Yes, for free. There are people paying a lot of money to fly into Dublin legally and stay in big fancy hotels and eat nice steak, pay a fortune getting transported around, have to pay for a visa. There are people living in Ireland. They want to move to Dublin and they're paying a fortune in rent, paying thousands of euro a month to stay in maybe some pokey one bedroom apartment. That for the money in anywhere else in the country might get you a beautiful house. I don't know. Crazy, crazy prices of rent, but you people are doing it all wrong. You people shouldn't be paying anything to live like kings in Dublin and queens and eat like kings and queens in Dublin. You can go to Drumcondra and you can stay there for free in a beautiful house with a beautiful garden and barbecue and just hang around with your friends for free. Yes, but you have to come into the country as an asylum seeker. You have to be fleeing war. If you're Irish, you can't do this stuff. If you're a tourist, you can't do this stuff. But if you're a refugee or an asylum seeker, you can do it just fine. Now I'm going to show you a video clip. This is an update of sorts. I posted up a video, I think it was last Wednesday, of a group of men that were being ferried into, a gang of men that were being ferried into Drumcondra in Dublin. A block of houses together. They were all going to be shacked up there together, all men. And there's an account. This is Dublin or Dublin Videos 2024. Actually, I think it is. Forgive me. And he puts these videos up. I'm going to put a link in the description box below. And this in collaboration with someone else who flies a drone over the back of these properties. And you can see the size of the gardens that these men have behind their houses with gazebos and punch bags and barbecues, you name it. And this is all funded by you. This is all being paid for by you, pointing at the camera. You. Crazy. But anyway, let's have a look. So this is a travel guide for the seasoned traveller to Dublin.
Back at these houses again, I'm Drumcondra, and I'm going to show you a video of it, folks. And let me know what you think in the comments about it. The people.
That's the house. That's a block of what? At least three huge houses in a beautiful leafy suburb of Dublin, 20 minutes walk from the city centre, from Croke Park. Look at those houses. What would they go for if they were on the open market? If you were buying them, what would they go for? And apparently the people in this area want to organise a protest because of what they're seeing here. Let's face it, why wouldn't it gall you to be paying huge amounts of money to live in this area when your next door neighbours are getting it all for free and they're not even Irish?
People in Drumcondra want to get a protest organised down here for this. So let me know what you think in the comments.
There's that place in Drumcondra there now. Watch out the back here. Let me put the drone up over it.
Look at this.
Wait till you see the big marquee there. Look, see it down there?
Look at this.
That's a shed there. They have three houses full of them. 3 houses full of men. Look, there's the big huge marquee. Probably full of men as well. Look at all the glass and all around that. So that's warm for them.
Look at the size of that garden. Now, that's a drone that this guy's put up over the back of these properties. Look at the size of that garden. Now, that's 3 houses side by side with 3 long gardens side by side. And by the looks of it, they've had any boundaries removed from between the houses. So it's one huge green area. Hey, what's your back garden like in Dublin? Or what's your back garden like anywhere in Ireland for that matter? Does it look like this? Does it have a gazebo? Does it have a greenhouse? Does it have beautiful shrubs? Does it have your own gym, outdoor gym and barbecue pit? Hey, you're doing it all wrong. You're doing it all wrong. Check this out. Look at that.
God knows how many men are in this building or on that land. Look at the size of the land they have. There's a man coming out.
There's a guy coming out there. No way.
Goes walking across there now into the marquee.
Like, what would that marquee cost to rent? You know, if you hire a marquee like that for a wedding, it costs you thousands. There's a one up permanently behind these buildings, as if that wasn't enough that they were living in those houses alone. Look, there's garden sheds there. There's outbuildings there. And no women. There's no women here. No women. No little kiddies. Imagine how the fun that these men's children might have if they were brought to Ireland as well. They could all be running around in that back garden, kicking footballs around, chasing each other, climbing up trees, doing things that little kids do. But no, daddy's there with his friends, enjoying the barbecue and enjoying this nice little spell of Irish weather at the minute. Look at the size of that marquee.
He comes back out now and goes into the other house.
It's insane.
Watch this. There he is there. Now look at the glass and all there with the drawers. There they are having that barbecue.
There's your neighbours, folks, in Drumcondra. Fleeing from war, fleeing from persecution, looking to make a better life for themselves in Ireland. And boy, they have succeeded. You've got to give them credit, folks. They have succeeded. Hey, they're not paying for those houses. You are. They're not paying for that food. You are. Travel guide to Dublin. Spread it around. Spread it around, folks.
Out the back. Look, there's no well for them. And that camouflage gear, look. Yeah. They don't look like men.
One finger up. What does that mean? What does that signify? That single figure, single digit salute pointing up to the sky with their e-bikes in the background and their mountain bikes and their camouflage gear, barbecuing, making symbols. This is happening in Dublin and you're paying for it. Hell's bells.
Fleeing war. Tattoos on his arm there. I wonder what they mean.
There? Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 men. 8 men in that shot. 8 men. All milling around, barbecuing in the back garden. Hard to believe, or is it? Well, this guy here.
Do you think he's fleeing war? Do you think he can't go home and fight for his own country? And we're paying for all this. Look, this is all our money paying for them. They're having the time of their life there.
Look at that. There's that finger salute again. Go and check out what that means, folks. Go check out what that means, that single finger salute to the sky. This is Drumcondra in Dublin. But Ireland isn't full. No. And Ireland is for all. Oh, yes. Even these guys are welcome here. Propping up the economy, providing valuable goods and services, staying there at the taxpayer's expense. It's insane. It's crazy. But it's happening. This is just one little block of houses, or big block of houses in a previously much sought after affluent area of Dublin. I'm just thinking, what are the property prices like in other streets now? Is the word getting out who the new neighbours are? Maybe they're a great bunch of guys. Maybe they're friendly. Maybe they're going to knock on their neighbours' doors and invite them round for a bite some night. Don't know if they'll invite women or children there. It doesn't seem to be any of their women and children there. But hey, they might make an exception for Irish women and children. You know what I mean? So, travel guide to Dublin. Feel free to share it with your friends. Let them see what's really going on behind the closed doors in the leafy suburbs of Dublin and other places. But for now, this is Rick Munn, No Risk, No Reward Media, over and out.